Your head is about to meet the pillow, and the day is still in your hands. You can feel it there, that low hum of everything that happened, the conversation that went sideways, the thing you said too fast, the task you meant to do and didn't. The mind wants to drag all of it under the blanket with you, unsorted, and replay it on a loop until the alarm. There is an older way to end a day, and it is gentler than the loop and far more useful. Before sleep, you sit with yourself for a moment the way a fair judge sits, and you ask the day a few honest questions, not to put yourself on trial. To understand what just happened, set it down in order, and walk into sleep with clean hands. 2,500 years ago, in the school of Confucius, a student named Zengzi described his own evening practice in a single line. Every day, he said, I examine myself on 3 points. In acting on behalf of others, have I been loyal? In dealings with friends, have I been trustworthy? Have I practiced what was passed on to me? The Chinese phrase for it means, roughly, 3 times I examine myself. 3 questions asked every night of the day just lived. Was I faithful in the work I did for others? Was I honest with the people who trust me? Did I actually live what I claim to believe? Not grand questions, specific ones, the kind you can answer truthfully in the dark. Now travel west across the whole of the known world to a tradition that never met Confucius and never could have. The Pythagorean school in ancient Greece kept a set of teachings called the Golden Verses, and near the end of them is an instruction for the close of the day. Let not soft sleep, it says, come upon your eyes before you have reviewed each deed of the day 3 times. Where did I go wrong? What did I do? What duty did I leave undone? Read those 2 practices side by side, one from China, one from Greece. Neither could have copied the other. They are separated by thousands of miles and a wall of mountains and an ocean of years. And yet they arrive at the same instruction almost word for word. End the day with a handful of honest questions asked of yourself before sleep. When 2 traditions that never spoke reach the same conclusion on their own, that is not a coincidence to shrug at. That is evidence. It means they both notice something true about being human, something a person living tonight still needs. The examined evening is not one culture's quirk. It is a discipline the wise kept reinventing because it works. And notice what kind of questions they are. Not where did the world fail me? Where did I go wrong? Not who let me down? Was I trustworthy? They turn the lamp inward onto the one part of the day that was actually yours to govern. Everything else, the outcomes, the reactions, the luck, was never on the ballot. These questions ask only about your own conduct, which is the only thing the review can change. That is what protects this from becoming punishment. You are not asking the day to prove you are good enough. You are asking it to teach you. Where did I go wrong so I do not go wrong there again? What duty did I leave undone so I can do it tomorrow? The judge in this courtroom is not here to sentence you. The judge is here to learn and then to let you sleep. There is a difference between reviewing the day and rerunning it, and the whole night turns on it. Rerunning is what the anxious mind does on its own. It loops the same painful scene 10 times, 20, with no question and no end, and it changes nothing except how tired you are. It feels like responsibility. It is just friction. Reviewing is different. It is deliberate and it is short and it has a shape. You ask the question, you answer it honestly, and then, crucially, you stop. The examined day has a door at the end of it. The replayed day does not. So you ask where you went wrong and you find the one place and you name it plainly without the long speech of self-blame. Naming it is enough. A thing named in the dark loses most of its power to chase you. You ask what duty you left undone, and instead of carrying it as guilt, you hand it to tomorrow where it can actually be done. And you ask whether you were faithful and honest in the part that was yours, and where the answer is yes, you let yourself feel the quiet weight of that, because an honest day deserves to be acknowledged before it is released. That is the whole craft of it. You look so you do not have to keep looking. You account for the day once on purpose so the day stops accounting for itself all night long. So tonight ask the three and then open your hands. I acknowledge the day exactly as it was, the good and the unfinished. I name the one place I went wrong, and I let the naming be enough. I forgive myself for what I left undone, and I hand it to tomorrow. I am grateful for the part I did faithfully, the loyalty, the honesty, the practice. I let go of the loop, which only borrows against the rest I need. I keep the lesson and I release the rest. The questions are asked and answered now. The day is reviewed once and does not need reviewing again, so let the courtroom empty and the lamp go dim, and let the shoulders drop into the dark, knowing you have done the honest accounting and there is nothing left to weigh. And tomorrow, before the world is loud, the very first thing you reach for will quietly decide the shape of the whole day. So guard that first hour the way Cal Newport guards his, but that is the morning's work, not tonight's. And for now, there is only the slow breath and the clean conscience and the soft pull of sleep that you have earned, and that is yours to take. Begin disciplined and reflective.